Okay, good afternoon, folks. Hope everyone is well. It is the 11th of October. I can't believe how quick these months are going. So, no masterclass today. No, I'm quite glad I didn't, actually. In fact, I looked at when I got on the chart, if I took it a tick, if I took a trade, say a tick below there, it probably would have bounced off. I usually have it at 64 ticks, so I probably missed it by a tick or two. So, no, I couldn't today. I had some things I needed to take care of. I had to get my car sorted out today. Now, did anybody have the luck of seeing the Northern Lights last night? It was absolutely brilliant where I was. Did anybody see anything last night, did they? It was spectacular in the back of my garden last night. I will just show you a quick picture that I took. Well, I took a few actually, but let me just slide that over this side a minute. So, Straight Lines Tattoo, how you doing, buddy? Karina, good morning to you. Ionis, how you doing? Where's my Facebook? There we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, those are the ones I took last night. Right above. This is my house here. It was just amazing. I've never seen it before. I've never seen them before. Now, we did have... we did have some... to be honest with you, Karina, I got no idea. I just logged in just to see if there was anything available. And nothing. Let me just... I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just go through... Because sometimes I'll do it, not say anything. Let me just log in and I'll go through to a payment and see what it comes up as. But on the odd occasion, they've done this in the past just for a couple of days, done nothing. I don't quite know why. Because people aren't going to buy it. I'd definitely suggest you don't buy it at 50%. I certainly wouldn't. So they're just going to have a massive drop in sales. So I don't know. Let me just payments where? No, I mean go through to I'll just use Sam's. Go through to the payment and just see what price it comes out. So I've just selected a $50,000 one, and I'll just see what it comes out as payment, because sometimes they make a change. No, it's coming up at $83. Not a chance. I won't be paying that. $83. I don't know. I'm hoping. Well, I don't know. You tend to think let's give them one day to realise it, but I really don't know. Anyway, market has just opened, so we'll see how we get on anyway today. Let me just check. I can.
Order submitted.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Okay.
Order cancelled.
So, took that higher low. That one there. I'm looking at this because if you look yesterday, we just cleared ranging. So leg up. I wouldn't be surprised if we get up to here at some point. My only slight concern about taking a higher low here is the NQ. Look at the NQ. That to me is having two legs down. So there's your first leg, and there's still a little bit to go for your second leg. So I think 1, 2, 3 triple test, and this is probably going to go short. 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look. Technically a second entry short there. Would I want to take that though at the moment? Not really. It's tempting, but it's also congested, and although we are coming down on the MQ, we could have a quick pullback, and if we have a pullback, that will push above there. So I'll be surprised if that short doesn't get trapped. So there's a failure there, but the trouble is, once you're above all this, you've cleared out which you are now. You cleared out any liquidity, so I'd want to hold on really. So if you took that short, trigger just stopped you out. Let's have a look. Yeah, 50% off. I don't know. I just keep looking on Facebook and, because some of the People like Charlie Baker and that tend to get them on quick. So, yeah. Let's have a look. So we've got a channel down here with possibly 2 legs. So let me have a look. Let's just put that like that. There's a little range there, a little bit of congestion. So we could have a leg and a leg. It's hard to say, really. You hate Fridays. I used to. It doesn't bother me now. The days don't bother me now. But it's always nice to... I'll say it's even more important to be either 0 or green on a Friday. Because sometimes that dictates what sort of weekends you're going to have. But it don't bother me so much now. You do get used to it. Mind you, I can't remember the last Friday that I had that I either ended up in the red. I'm not sure. But no. So look at this, channel down, and there is a possible second entry short here. So I wouldn't take that because we're too far for the EMA. So I wouldn't be surprised if that triggered, which it has, and then pushed that. But we'll see on Fridays. It's like the unwritten rule. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, if I go away at 0, I'm quite happy. It means there wasn't a lot of trades and I've been patient enough not to do anything stupid. So we got conflicting pictures at the moment. This looks like it's going to continue down or could continue down. And this is well above the EMA. They don't often look this different. I'm just checking everything's right. 2000, 1000 NQES, yeah. Sometimes these charts can be almost identical. So this little bar there is going to get stopped out now, I think. That one there. Second entry, yeah, by a tick. Or has it? Maybe it hasn't. Yeah, it has just. So it stopped that out, triggered that, and this looks like it's going to push down below here and maybe down there. Yes, mate, yeah, got you. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, we had a conversation yesterday about what points to go for. So when I look at your readings, I'm thinking there was quite a lot of losses there, and quite a few that went for sort of a point and a quarter. So it just goes to show that if you are scalping for a point, you go for 3. Yeah, if you are scalping for a point, you do take slightly riskier trades, and I think that's a given. I like this leg and a leg, and a second entry short. If this comes down bearish, this is a trade I would have taken. In fact, I'm going to take it on a sim just to see if it works, because I'll be surprised if it gets stopped out. It's gone for, I don't know the point system on here, but I'm going to put that, say, about there, I think. Second entry short, leg and a leg. This is a trade. It's only on a sim, but this is a trade I would absolutely take. Where would I get out? Probably somewhere like that. It'll work. I'm convinced. Filled. They just don't fail trades like that. It's a perfect 2 legs up and a second entry short. They're just, unfortunately, I'm not trading anything on this at the moment. I blew me what's it account, but that is just an absolute beauty in my opinion. So let's just mark this up. So leg. So a leg and a leg, right back to that EMA. As you can see, there's the new low after this. Perfect second entry short. Bar's plenty bearish. It closed in the bottom 3/4. They say bottom third, right under here. Trapped any possible longs. Some may consider that high low. It may even be a little bit more bullish on some charts. Triggered above it, and look at that straight down. You can tell the trade's there, but that's an absolute beauty, that is. Unfortunately, I can't take nothing on here because we broke them below the lows of that channel, so we could reverse a bit. We're bouncing on that midline of the NQ. So taking a trade that far down for me is a no-no. and there may be a reason. It may work, but it is a bit irrelevant at the moment. There is a possibility of something like that. So taking a short there, it could come down a bit, bounce and push. I don't know. But no, that's an absolute beauty, that is. Really clear, really obvious. Two lovely legs back. Trap in some longs there. Close below. No messing around. Straight over, straight down. It's just a shame it's a sim, but there you go. I find this scares me a little bit because it's quite easy to know where your risk lies here, but I find taking a risk here, your bars can be so much bigger, quicker. It's a lot more volatile. I only traded that for one contract and made $280 just getting out here. So it's quite a lot more risky there. This is. So if I do go 1 point, I have 29 winners and 5 losses. So there's with 3 target, 3 times better. Yeah. But what you'll find, mate, is or what I've found, when I used to scalp for a point, you take a lot more trades because, you know, sometimes if I'm trading, say, this range and I'll go short here, let's say we got a bearish bar here, I wouldn't take that because it's only 4 points from top to bottom. But if you're taking just a point scalp, you take it. So that's the difference, really. If you go for 3 points in that scenario, it may not work. So you'll lose more. So I find you go for, and not only that, mate, you've only got to take 1/3 of the amount of trades you normally take, which means you can be a lot more picky. So, you know, your win rate should improve. So it's one of those things you have to go through the numbers because the numbers don't lie. The numbers are the one thing that never lie. You go back through your numbers and you'll know. I mean, there'll be a slight variation if you went back 2 years rather than 2 weeks. It might be slightly different, but for me, it's a no-brainer. I'd much rather take less trades and go for a little bit more points. So, let's see if we get a second entry short here. This is still looking a bit bearish. So leg down, 1 leg up, 2 legs up. So I think this will come down a bit more. So if we get a lower high here, or a failure, I mean, I wouldn't consider taking that. Because we've had a leg and a leg, we've come up to the top and reversed a little bit. Now, prices at the moment are still above that EMA, so I'd like a push down, really. So even if that breaks above there, I don't think I'd take that fairly because all these bars have closed above that line, so it could just drop down and come back. There may be something larger there, and if there is, I could get stuck in it. I'd have said there probably won't be because of this NQ is so bearish. So second entry long there. Now I wouldn't take that, not because it doesn't necessarily look right, but these things are just giving me completely different pictures. So I have a feeling we're more rangy here. We bounced here, pushed above, come back and bounced here. So I would think you're more likely going to get trapped in a long like that. That's not to say don't take it. If you think it's right, take it. But for me, that is a little bit risky. I'm just going to get rid of that for a minute. Trouble is we've had a leg and come off the tops. We've already made one attempt to push higher and come down, so it is working. But I've got no problem with leaving trades, even if they do work. It doesn't, for me, it still doesn't mean it's a good setup. So what I'm looking at here is a possible second entry short on this NQ. So the NQ is still looking bearish, so I don't think this will get that high. Let me have a look here. It's hard to say that. It's a little bit too early. We've come off the tops. One attempt to go higher. Second attempt. Just not sure what I'm seeing here at the moment. It's a little bit too early. See, we're clearly ranging. We've gone up, come down, gone up, come down, gone up, come down. This is another attempt to push up, but this could fail. Channel break, new high. So I'm just, I say new high. I'm adding a new high past this. I'm not including that new spike. That may well go up, but if you look at this, clearly going sideways at the moment, and this could be a triple test, so this could come down some more. Hey Tony, sorry I didn't see you there, buddy. How you doing? So I'm just looking to see if I haven't missed anybody. I don't think I have I? Oh, no, so yeah, I said hello to you. Okay, so let's see where this goes. Going along here at the moment is just a bit risky for me because of this. But where's this thing going? I mean, in all honesty, even without looking at this, it's a bit early for me to assume we're going up again. Let's have a look. Thomas has marked it but hasn't taken it. Yeah, the worry I have is because we've come off these tops, it could make a couple of attempts. It's made one attempt, and this is another attempt. It may work, but I don't think it will, because it's clearly struggling. Now, it's gone enough for a couple of points there anyway, so if you did take that, if you went a tick above it, it's gone up for... See, if I took that there, 3 points, for 3 points, it would have to go up to 3.25 to push through. So I'd still be in that trade at the moment. And I'll be getting a bit nervous. It may work, but this could come down. It's starting to get a little bit congested now. There's also a little bit of a range there, so this could be a breakout that fails. see, we've broken out this NQ now. In fact, there may even be a spike at a channel there. Let's have a look. The trouble is, you don't know these things at the time. So I can just see one that took it. Tell a lie. 2. Yeah, a few people saying they skipped it. Let's have a look. I was expecting a second pullback. I skipped it. Me too. That's why I keep trying to draw something from there, because we came back and we had a little pullback and it continued, which tells me maybe there is something. That might be okay. Touch. Yeah, so it did work. That's kind of what I thought may happen when we get to here. It may just come down. Because just looking yesterday, we push up. We've been up, down, and we've hit this area 1, 2, 3. This is the 3rd time, and that could be a leg and a leg. It could come down. So going along here is just a little bit risky for me. There's just a little bit, not enough volume for me to be comfortable when I know what's going on. Come down. We've gone up. We've had a pullback. We've gone up again, which tells me 2 legs. So it could potentially trap that. Leg down, 1 attempt to go higher, 2nd attempt to go higher, trapping some longs, and then down. So that's a leg and a leg. We've bounced the top. That's kind of what I was sort of thinking. That's why going along here for me would have been a bit risky. Now, you just don't know whether it's going to go back up, continue up, or trig that, come down, which is one of those ones. It's a bit too early in the day to make a decent decision there, and like I say, I'd much rather take less trades and get ones more obvious. That's a little intersection there where it, it could do one of a couple of things there. So have a look on Facebook, see if I can see anything that's. I'm really surprised. I think this is the first time. Usually they'll go back to 71% off, but I think this is the first time I remember for a while that we haven't had some kind of a. Some kind of an offer on. Yeah, someone just asked a question. If I reset my evol at $35, that does 1 day pass still valid now? Charlie Baker said yesterday it did, but someone else has just made a comment, so back to 7-day pass. So it's hard to say at the moment. I'm really surprised Apex haven't come up with something, because people are holding at the moment. Let me just go on to Chris Childers' site. Has he got anything at the moment? No. Oh, he's got no recent posts. The last one was the 2nd of October. Oh, okay. How you doing, Kev? I'm all right, mate, thank you. I'm very much all right. Well, actually, I'm a bit stressed. Hard work at home at the moment, especially with an ADHD teenager that hates me at the moment. Trading, you're trading eval. No. That one is a. That's just a sim that at the moment, but I'm trading no evals for me at the moment. Or I've just got 5 PAs get on the go at the moment. Yeah, down here at the bottom right. I did one yesterday along with a few. Were you yesterday? I can't remember. I mean, early. We had a go at the news. It didn't work. A couple of ticks higher and it would have done. So, what is going on here? Are we going up? Are we coming down? Is this channel going to continue? I got no idea. Not a clue. Oh, cup of tea. Yeah, we had a spectacular light show in the UK last night. I think it was around about 10:30 at night. The Northern Lights, absolutely brilliant. Never seen them before. Last time they were in the UK, I think it was about 12 months ago. And there was loads of pictures popped up on Facebook, and I think me and my wife had gone to bed early. But I just happened to glance at Facebook last night, and I noticed someone put a picture, so we went out in the back garden for about an hour, and it was brilliant. My wife stuck her head out. It was a bit too cold, but me and my daughter were stood out there for an hour. Well, it's weird, isn't it? We've got two completely different pictures. We're kind of trending down in the NQ, and we're doing the opposite on the ES. It doesn't often work like this. These two are usually really close together. What's the overall doing? Yeah, they're usually quite close, these are. We have got some medium impact news in about 4 minutes. I don't usually bother with it so much, but I will say a couple of times over the last month or two, it has had a little bit more of a push. So I'm just going to be aware of it again this time. It's just making me a little bit nervous. 2 more trading days until next payout window. Are you requesting? I am not. Next month, I'd say quite lightly. I thought you could. Can't you request any time now? Or they just do quicker approvals? Because I know they were on about bringing in automatic. Yeah. I thought they were on about bringing in automatic payment so you could apply any time. I think they're on about doing it. So there's because at the moment there's 2 windows, isn't there? I think it's the 15th. isn't it? The 1st of the 5th for a 15th payment and the 15th for the 20th for a 30th payment. But I have heard people saying they're getting paid quick. Whether it's still within that window, but I know they're on about, because I know places like My Funny Futures, you can request any time. I think Take Profit Trader. I think more and more companies are going that way because it attracts the customers. So hopefully Apex are going to follow suit, because you need to, really. You've got to keep up with things. Otherwise, you'll fall by the wayside. Certainly would be nice, wouldn't it? Hit your target, apply, get cleared within 30 minutes and have it in your bank within an hour. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? So, how are we on the measured move scale? I don't think we're a million miles away there. All-time highs up here again. We broke them here, I think around about 8:30. It was around about here, and we broke them, came back, broke them again, and made 2 new ones. So clearly at the moment, just going up and down, leg and a leg. I think that's pretty. We got a leg and a leg up there and turned. Same again. Well, that's looking like we got a leg and a leg. We get up to this area, exactly where we need to be, and I expect that to quite likely turn. So, so it's getting to that time now. We do. Yeah, so both of those legs get us in exactly the same place. In fact, that can come down a fraction. And so can that. So that leg and that leg plus this leg and this leg get us up to there. So that's interesting, which is exactly where we turned and we turned. So that'd be ideal. Okay, excuse me a second. I just got a package to sign for. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Can I adjust that a bit? I could do. Let's have a look. It could have been, mate. Yeah, I did just mention about 5 minutes ago. Hey, Speedy, how you doing? About the medium impact news have been doing something lately, and all of a sudden we had a quick 4-point drop. Interesting. This is very tempting. You could say that's a hidden second entry long. What to do? I'm just going to sit tight at the moment. I'm not feeling this. It's only actually a first entry. So I'm just going to sit tight. If we can get a higher low, that may interest me. I think there's a good chance we're going to get up here. The trouble is, depending on how you got this channel drawn, if you look at this, we're coming away from the top. Well, that worked perfectly, didn't it? But my issue is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 touches there, and going long into that, this could be a failed breakout as it's pushed back in. It could just trap you there and come down for a lower high, but look at that. It's just pushed straight up to that measured move. In fact, it's actually bang on that measured move, I think. If I move this, maybe not. We're a tick off. Let's have a look. Yeah, shame that one. It did work straight away. My only slight concern is going, see how it's pushed up and closed right on that line. So it could trigger you, come down and give you a second entry long. So, let's have a look. Yeah, Thomas never took it either. Anybody else? I don't think so. Unfortunately, it really only was a first entry. If I'd have taken that and it had triggered me and stopped me out, I'd have kicked myself for taking a first entry. You may argue leg with a break and that, but I don't know. I just, there's a couple of reasons not to go long there into that short. Just because the trade works doesn't mean you should take it, but we'll see. So it's pushed up to that sort of area. Let's see where it goes. Let's have a look. That's where it's bounced there and there. And it did the same before. So push up, rejection. We've come down, what, about 3, 4, 5 points, something like that. Now, is it going to go any higher? Oh. Oh, look at that, still going. Okay. Oh, has that bounced off all-time highs? I think it has. Now, where's this going to go? Is this going to turn dramatically? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, straight through it. Now let's see where it goes. Okay, excuse me a second. Sorry about that. Okay, right up to the top of there. That's interesting. So, new all-time highs. Let's get that up there. So, let me have a look at this. We could push a lot more now, really. So, we've had this big leg up. 1, 2 legs back. Push up, a retest, and up. So, I think there's a good chance we could end up right up here by the end of the day. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So, that to me does look like 2 legs back. 1 leg and 2 legs. That pull out a retest and then up again. So big channel up, 2 attempts to go lower and then up. So I think there's a good chance we really have a good push by the end of the day. So fingers crossed. So man, look at it go. Look. At least this is finally getting back on track. So I'm just going to do that, I think. So, look at that go, look at it. So that is an overshoot. No argument there. Having said that, I mean, look at that thing go. I don't want to. I mean, it's got to have a pullback ish, surely. So that there's an overshoot there. I could open it up a bit. It's possible, depending on how you look at that. But I think the safest bet is to assume it's an overshoot and just avoid taking any longs just at the moment. Yeah, Thomas Wade's got his as an overshoot. He hasn't adjusted his or even. In fact, he's actually written overshoot. So yeah, there's no argument for me there. We touched there. It's in. We even held there a bit and then woof, a little strong push up. So it depends. Depending on how you've got this, you could say channel break, 2 pushes to a new high, and then we got a lower high, but it's risky to take that, I think. It depends how big the bar is. It's a small bar, but it's a doji, so I'm just staying out of this just at the moment. I'm going to leave that out like that, I think. I just ain't taking it. It may, if it gets below it may come down, but I'm just staying out of this at the moment. Excuse me a sec. Sorry about that. Oh, come on, stop doing that. So, there's that lower high there. It's more of a doji, though. I think it's risky at the moment. I didn't expect that push up there. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it... Well, look at it. There you go. So, if you took that one... Okay, so there's a possible failure there now. So it gives you a lower high, which is a doji, and all of a sudden, really big, strong, bullish bar pushes straight up there. And this thing doesn't want to give up, does it? Excuse me a sec. So, maybe we get triple test here, I don't know, but look at that thing. It just looks like it wants to take off, doesn't it? I mean, I'll tell you what, I don't think I can move this quick enough. In fact, I'm just going to bring it out of the way for a bit. We know these are all-time highs anyway. Excuse me. Second entry long, yeah. Trouble is, I can't take that being that far from the EMA. I guarantee as soon as I touch that, the thing will drop like a stone. If I do nothing, it rockets up. Yeah, in my opinion, I couldn't take that. It's just too far from anywhere, really. It is kind of floating. And not only that, it could come back, trigger above you and drop. It's hard at the moment. If you measure the first leg, okay, so the new spike and the second leg is already met. Yeah. I did those. And even if you, everything's pushed up. But I did mention a minute ago, we could have a strong push up. But then if you look at that, we've had that big move up, 2 clear attempts to go back, a retest, and off we go. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing ends up here. sometimes on a Friday we'll have a rally, won't we? And the way this thing's looking, I won't be surprised if the thing shoots up another 30 points at the end of the day, regardless of what we expect. So I think there's probably quite likely going to be a newer, slightly wider channel going to be forming at some point. Why does that do that? So, whereas we end up having something like that, then maybe something larger. Or unless this moves up, it's hard to say at the moment. Yeah. I tend to avoid that scares the hell out of me. In all honesty. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You never know. Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen here. I didn't expect that, to be honest with that. Bar surprised me, especially when we were holding it. I thought this has got to come down. All of a sudden, a quick 4 points straight up. A little bit of a pullback, and then another strong bar, another strong bar, another strong bar. And this thing, it is unusual, really. You think to get in a good buy-in position in here, it's got to come back a bit. But sometimes it just doesn't. It just keeps pushing. And Mac will say sometimes, whenever you get a big trend, strong trend like this, every time it comes back to there, you want to buy. But the trouble is, to get a strong trend, you've got to let it go a certain distance so it's confirmed as a stronger trend. But then once it goes a certain distance, you think to yourself, if I jump in here now, what if it has a break? So it's easier said than done to trade these strong trends confidently, especially if you're just buying off there, regardless of whatever price is doing. Now, that might be a lot more of an advanced move, but that's beyond me. It's too advanced for me. That it's very easy to say that was a strong move when you've seen it in front of your eyes and it's already done. You know what I mean? But when you're in the middle of it possibly happening, how far does it need to go before your confident levels that this is a strong trend? And then, let's say you think this big strong, I'll tell you what, let's go long here. And you go long here, nice strong bar. Let's say there, nice strong bar, triggers you, comes down, stops you out. I'm not saying it will, but that's the typical scenario that would haunt me. So I'd rather let these, maybe they are too advanced for me, and I'd rather let them go and just stay out of them. But trouble is, you might say, well, it's a bit flat there, see, so that's why it might not be going up, or it might come back, but it was also flat there as well. So, yeah, perhaps, mate, yeah. It's a tough one, this. I would be more comfortable having a couple of legs down here and then picking off a wider channel, somewhere along the lines of that. But I'm not an advanced enough trader to confidently buy from here. If I take it from here and I stick it there, does it fit right? Not as confident as I think. And then maybe if you go from here, see what I mean? Do you remember what I just said? You think, yeah, nice strong channel. You bought here, pushed up. That's what I mentioned. So you buy here. What happens? Triggers you, stops you out. So I don't even bother getting into these. I'm hoping now we go a bit sideways. My daughter keeps correcting me. And then maybe, see, it is possible we could do that. Funnily enough, it sits right on top of the wick. So I'm going to ditch this for now. And it does work quite nice though on the midline there, and there. So I actually kind of like that. It's surprising, it does surprise me sometimes that these wicks or these strong moves still play a part. Sometimes it'll shoot out, but other times it'll come up right to that same place. So I don't think that's random. So I'm going to keep this tight. We've had a break and a new high. We've tried once more to get up there. There could be a triple test, but I'm not even thinking of short in this market at the moment. I'd much rather take triple tests that push up, bounce 3 times with pushing up again. I don't want to wait for a big strong trend to bounce 3 times to think about shorting it. You've really got to know what you're doing to do that, and that's a bit beyond me. Trouble is, if you thought overshoot and you went short there, trigger just stopped you out. If you think really strong market, let's buy here, trigger just stopped you out. I think a lot of cases you'd have more luck closing your eyes and just hitting the buy or sell button, whichever you got to it first. Because whenever you wait for these types of bars, they've got a habit of tricking you. So, leg and a leg back. I still wouldn't take that. Still a bit far from the EMA. For comfort, that is. I'm not a fan of it, especially after we've had a little channel of the break. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we trigger above this bar and let's see where this goes. Yeah, see, Thomas Wade's still got it as an overshoot. Which means maybe you could take a triple test short here. But that's not something I'd really want to get into. Okay, interesting. Touch, touch, touch. They're working on something. So they keep telling us. I am surprised we haven't heard nothing today. I really am. Bearish bar there. So touch, still not getting involved in a short here. This thing looks like it could just rocket off. It really does. It may be one of those days where it just keeps going and going. So far, how far are we up today? So far, we're up 50 points. Trouble is, there's nothing we can do up here. That one, if it had been a bit of a better bar, then you may have had a go at it. I just didn't like that wick. I just put some of my pictures on here, and quite a few people saw them. I don't know where that was. Well, that was lovely, beautiful. Apparently, it was in Italy as well. I don't know if you guys saw it. Any US guys saw it. That was amazing. That was outside my backyard. I was gobsmacked. I was. But yeah, I think they were Italy. That was London. Probably air pollution. But yeah, it was wicked last night. We had a real clear night. Actually, it was crisp clear. The stars were out, and it was unusually bright and clear. Geo shower is still on, apparently. Yeah, have a look tonight, apparently. We may see it again tonight. So, lower high, trapping some longs. This thing's way too bullish. Now, it'll probably work where it is, but I'm just sitting tight. I'm not watching it work up all the way like this and end up taking a short. I did that a few weeks ago, and it backfired on me. You just can't do it. It's just not worth taking shorts when the market's this strong. But if we get something like this again, I may have a go. You took the short, did you? Yeah, if you go for 4 ticks, you'll get away with stuff like that, absolutely. I mean, you'd certainly think that would have a good attempt at getting down, but look at that. All of a sudden it comes down. Look at that. It's trying to go up again. No, you can't, can you? You just get stung. Trouble is, when you do nothing, it comes rocketing down. You can't win, can you? I've given up trying to argue with the market. It just doesn't. It's too clever for you. You have to wait for a setup. Really, it outsmarts you every time, doesn't it? The market. You'll never take riskier trades and get away with it for long. It's very adept at making your life miserable. In all fairness, it probably wasn't a big risk either, was it? It's quite a small bar, I'd say. In fact, that was probably even less than 2 points, wasn't it? So All of a sudden, the point scalp doesn't sound that bad. Well, there you go. 1.75 points was less than a point and a half bar. So if you can get it on the nail or close to it, it's not a lot of risk, that. I mean, even if it gets down to that bottom, you like to think it'll probably break below that, which will comfortably give you your points there. So, first entry, second entry. So if you took that failure short, it's now triggered that bar. Trouble is, sometimes that works, but other times it doesn't. And that to me really is just a leg down. So unfortunately, the sensible thing for me to do would just be to do nothing. Now, just because it is a bullish market, I think you've got to be way more advanced to just take trades for the sake of it. But that's a little channel down for me. I'll want to break, and then something else down here that may interest me. There you go. Triggered it, stopped it out. So where are we going to get down? So channel break, new low. So do you know what? What I'd love to see is a nice correction. And if we saw a nice correction, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we had another. There is a trend line this level. Are you on about something like that, are you? What's that do? Are you on about something like that, are you, bud? So, spike and channel. Okay, I see. You're on about something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I think that looks okay to me. So, now, this is the question. Would you be confident enough to take a trade like that? It would have to be 14 ticks. We have had a channel breaking a new low. It has bounced off there. So ordinarily, you would think that would work. Now, if it was 8 ticks, I may decide to have a go. But it ain't finished yet, and it could be a couple more, so it could be double that. Yeah, it will be. So it's 15 ticks, tick above, tick below. You may get it on a limit order a little bit further back. The trouble is, because we've had such that big move, we could have a deeper correction. The way this market is, I wouldn't be surprised. But I go for 3 points, and I don't think there's 3 points there, in all fairness. No, there isn't. There's only 2 at a push. And you'd have to push through it to there. So this, for me, the only way I get in here is about here somewhere. But there'll be some liquidity there, which is about to hit now, and then some there, I think. But it could trigger yet, and we could have a leg and a leg. So I just don't like this at the moment. See, look at this already. That's starting to get a bit concerning. Since you're in a Discord with Way, could you mention to him that you have tested my journal system? He was going to have a look, but probably forgot it. I sure will, mate. I'll tell you what, let me take a photo of that, your comment, and I'll do it after. I'll actually message him on it, because he might not pay attention to it at the moment. So, let me take a photo so I don't forget. Okay. I'll message him. He'll trade for a lot longer than me, so as soon as I'm done, mate, I'll send him a private message through Discord for you. No problem whatsoever, mate. No problem. Okay, so leg down with a break. I'm not convinced that that is a break just yet. It could well be. I would much prefer to see that and that. I wouldn't even take a higher low there. It's way too far from there. And if that comes back here to consider a bounce and a higher low, I'll be amazed if it doesn't break below there. And if it does, that may give us a leg and a leg. That I would think would probably be safe. Wow, look at that. That would probably be safe. So look at that, leg and a leg. Now that's interesting. See how that broke below there and turned straight back up. So let's have a look. See if that pushes up bullish there. I don't think that looks that bad. Tough one. Let's just bring this larger one in play as well, just to give us a bigger picture. So a leg. Let's keep an eye on this. That dropped and turned straight away, but it's got nowhere. So that is telling me there's a little bit of lack of momentum there. So what I would like to think is maybe we do this or this. The leg. So maybe a little bit of sideways there. It may work that. I just don't like that bar. It's not a good enough bar for me to go long from. When you emailed him, Jan, did you give him your name? Did you say it was Jan, or did you use your name you use on the stream? Channel down. One attempt to go higher. Second attempt to go higher. It was a while since I. Yes, you used Jan. Yeah, okay. That's fine, just so I can mention your name. He might not know what you're talking about otherwise. So, NQ, channel break, new high. Trying to go once, try twice, possible failure there. Just have a zoom out here. So we got a little micro channel there with a break. Try to go once, try to go twice, come down. So we could have a leg down, two legs up and a leg down. That bar there wasn't bullish enough. I have seen one or two charts that may have been. This guy's chart didn't look too bad. It, mind you, was that an inside bar? Was it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it was a little bit better, that. If that would have dropped below and given us a nice bullish bar, then I may have had a go at that. But I just don't like the way we pushed up and came down. That's the area on the side of bearish that. So, channel down. One attempt to go higher. Second attempt to go higher. Failure. So, I would like to see somewhere on the lines of that leg and a leg. That would, one, break us out the bottom of this. Two, give us a little bit of something to target, which would be that midline. Break down below there a little bit and end up slightly bullish. A leg and a leg, that may interest me. Certainly plenty of, for 3 points to the top. From here, there's 2, 4, 5.5 points. Excuse me. We're getting 2 nice looking legs on the NQ as well. Leg and a leg. Oh, excuse me. So, okay, you could even say 1, 2, 3, a possible triple test. 1, 2, 3. So I'd like to sit somewhere around about there and then break lower, make that measured move, and then give us something bullish, and that would be a second entry long as well. So if that looks nice enough here, I'll take a trade there. So what I'm going to do is just get an order open just in case.
Submitted.
It is a leg, 2 legs up and a leg down. So if we can push down there, that'd be a perfect measured move. And there's a new high after this. It is a second entry long. Okay, we touched that beautifully. Now, this could turn and, well, go anywhere really, but I actually think that's worth a trade if it ends up bullish. Okay, let's get rid of that.
Canceled.
This is coming down a bit further. Let me have a look. Something kind of spooked me the last minute there. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be a quick minute. Leg and a leg, bullish bar. I'm just staying out of this at the moment. I'm just not comfortable with this. But there is going to be some traders who get stuck there. You can bet on that. But I just don't like it. I wouldn't want to go short anyway, really, to be honest with you there. Let me see if there's anybody stuck in there, and there's bound to be. Well, I say stuck. Took that one as well. That trade left an imprint in my brain. Yeah, there's just got something all wrong about that. You've just got to leave that alone. I know it is a second entry long, but it's hard to put your finger on it sometimes. Sometimes I find now I just look at a picture and I go, I don't like it. There's something about it I don't like. And that's that memory bank of trades that you've lost, that's logged in your brain that, when you visit it again in this scenario, you get a bad feeling. Multiple times there we broke new highs again and again and again. I think it was around about here somewhere we initially. So there's always a possibility this thing could break and come down. You should have held It's always a way, mate, isn't it? Hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? You just never know. I mean, another instinct would be to short there. I think short there would be a safer bet than going long, as bullish as we are. But let's just, if we had that as an overshoot, no, you can't consider that an overshoot, can you? Because it went up and then up. So you've got to extend that. And in all fairness, it does fit. So is it going to reverse? I wouldn't have thought so, no. But we are due for a bit of a pullback. So if we can start working up from here, that may interest me. I still like the channel. It still fits okay. So I'm just temporarily halting longs for now. And if we can start to log on to this side, then in fact, that can go a little bit tighter. Okay, so channel break, 2 attempts to go higher, two pushes lower, and we're bouncing here. I'm still not ready to take longs just yet, though. I want confirmation of this that it's going to go over there and not trap me, because there may be something larger in play here. Could get a break, see, so as I mentioned earlier, I'd like to see a nice correction and then another big push up. So this could be leg one of the correction. So I'm just going to put a little pathway there just to somewhere along those lines. And then up. That's what I would like to see, a leg and a leg. That will give us a break. And then a new high, and then the possibility of continuation. Excuse me. We've got a big push, big leg here. See, it's not going to happen in one. We are going to get corrections before we go up. Another one there, and it continued up. So a nice correction there, and then I'll be looking for longs here. And not only that, that correction will hopefully get us somewhere around about the tops of these. So it may be a little closer to this top. We'll have to see. It depends how far this first one comes down, and I've got it drawn to there at the moment, so it could end up being something like that, which I think wouldn't be a bad thing. because then we've been using this little bit of a support here to bounce off. So, yeah, nice weekend. You done? Yeah, you take it easy. As soon as I'm finished, but I'll message Thomas for you. Yeah, you have a good weekend. So leg down, somewhere along those lines. I would like. So, leg and a break as well. A push up, another leg down. Now, I notice this now. After a big move like that, we never just drop out and push straight up and make a new high. Sometimes we'll push up, trap some longs, and then come down, and then maybe push straight up, or maybe do some sideways stuff. I wouldn't be surprised either. A lot of the times we'll do that. Maybe a drop out and then eventually something like that. And wouldn't it be amazing if it actually followed that path? I'm just looking whether I can micro adjust this and get it to fit. It ain't going to be far away. I could bring that there. That, I don't think is that bad. Let's lose this one and just push that up to there. Tough one, that is. Let's see what happens here. If you've gone long off this, that's triggered you can come down. This is having a break. And if you took that long and that happened, I'd be shocked if it doesn't get stopped out. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'm going to keep that a bit tighter. I'd rather keep that top fitting nice. Okay, bullish bar. It did come back 3/4 of the way, but then pushed up some more. Still not ready to take a long here because we've got a channel here with a break. So this could be our kind of push up before we come down again. See if I bring that angle down a bit and push that one up a bit. Oof. Yeah, I'm starting to see a couple of charts now with that still in, so it's a very small change here. Well, a bigger change here, which makes a very small difference lower down, so that may be that overshoot. Yeah, someone else's put still looks like no break on mine. Let's see what happens. See how far this goes. Because this kind of looks like a channel to me. Touch, 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 and that's a break. So okay, channel. This to me looks like we may get this sort of first drop down. Okay, channel break. Let's see what happens. So there's our leg. There's our push up. And now I'm expecting this. Or maybe this. Somewhere along those lines. Anyway. Having said that, that's before I adjusted it. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. If it comes down any more, I'll move my chart back to where it was. But this move down and move up to me looks like a possible correction. So we're going to leg down, 1, 2 legs up, and then 2 legs down. So it'd be nice to come up to around about here. And then come down. So whether it will or not is another story. So Maybe somewhere like that, slightly higher than that maybe. So leg and a leg, and then another leg down like that. Yeah, so Thomas has adjusted his now till it fits. So that's a few traders have done that. So I would say I certainly feel more comfortable with that now. So let's inch that up a fraction. Okay, leg and a leg, and then drop. and go. Unfortunately, there's just no way in there. That to me was just a bit risky because of this. A lot of times when you get that, obviously we know it can lead to a break and then a new low. So taking that for me would be a bit of a no-no. Although it worked, but it's just hard to say. You don't know what this thing's going to do next, do you? We've had a couple of legs up. Let's see if it goes any further. Channel down, leg and a leg. I would like to see that now break. But you never know. You never quite know. But looking at this, big push up, 2 legs back. I think it's likely we could do something else. I would just like to get more of a correction, really, before we go much higher. Because I can't see how that would just continue like that. That wouldn't kind of make sense, really. We had a bit of a push, then a bit of a correction, then a push, then a correction, then a push, then a correction, then a push. And this is where we got 2 legs down. So I'm hoping we get a bit of a pullback now. Trouble is, there's no way in there. You can clearly see that's a channel. You can clearly see that's 2 legs. Whether it makes a damn better difference is another. Is it could just keep rocking up. You don't know. But I wouldn't want to go long here. Too far from the EMA. Too far from this channel. This to me just looks like channel. 1 leg down, 2 legs up, 1 leg down. You know when you just see a scenario so many times that I don't know. It's just called an educated guess, but this is what it could do. But what would Mac mark? Obviously Friday, so won't mark it. That one I say probably. But it is only a first entry, although it kind of looks like a hidden second entry, but I'm just not so sure. That one possibly. It's quite a small risk. Would you leg and a leg slowly working up? Maybe one of those. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you mark these as slightly high risk. But then once that goes, nothing you could do. Can't take that. You may take that. You may mark that leg and a leg down. But I wouldn't have done personally. At the time, we'd had that as an overshoot. So if we have an overshoot, I'll just hold back on taking longs just temporarily until we figure out what's going on. But the general consensus is that is fitting. And it actually looks okay, doesn't it? Yes, we've pushed above here, but I think it's really irrelevant now. We got 2 touches here, so I'm quite happy that that's there. But having this and that, I still feel like to get much higher, this thing needs more of a correction. And if it does, then I think sky's the limit where we could end up, we could end up going up another 30, 40, 50 points for the day. We really could. Based on what I've seen over the last few days, the early part of the week, push up, we spent 2 days moving up. 1 day, the end of previous day before yesterday, correcting and going a bit sideways, and then we're up again. So for me, a correction. If we can get that, I'll be looking for trades to go along there. But at the moment, I'm just sitting tight. In fact, I'm not interested in taking a trade here. We're too far away from this. It's got to come down for me. So we've been going an hour and 45. So I'm just going to take a quick break. Make a quick cup of tea. So I'll be about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Let me take that break off. Okay, so we've got our channel down 2 legs, and now we're getting this correction. So when this correction finishes, that's where I'll be looking to maybe capitalise. So, leg, and a leg. Get us somewhere around about this area here, hopefully. Trouble is, it's going to take its time to get down here. What time are we now? 30 UK. Ah, it's not too bad. Let me go in 2 hours. Ah, come on, do something. Come down. Come down. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this NQ. Right, let's have a look. That's my poor attempt at a dinosaur. It's more like a camel, actually. There you go. That's as good as I can do. Things you do when you're bored, eh? Come on, push down. Once we get down here, we can start thinking about moving up again, I think. If we ever get down there. This is getting slower and slower. Do you know the ironic thing is, I drew that there before this had done that. So you would think a second entry short here in that case wouldn't seem like a bad idea. But if I do nothing, it'll follow my path exactly. The second I get in there, it'll stop me out and push up. It's weird, isn't it? It's very easy to give in to temptation sometimes, isn't it? And think, well, yeah, second entry short there, let's go for it. From what I'm seeing, it'd probably work, but I'm just trying to see the bigger picture, which unfortunately is taking forever. There you go. You could say 1, 2, 3 triple test, but you just got to stay out of it, really. It's so tempting, I know it is. I'd do an evaluation for sure, but you're long, hard, and heavy, are you? I'll take your word for that, mate. It's just going up. I mean, can this thing be adjusted again or what? I suppose it could be. Was it originally? Yeah, look. Where did I have it? I think it was there, wasn't it? Yeah. Tough one. Tough one. I still think it'll come down more. I can't see that break too. I don't know. This is a break, isn't it? Or is it? Or is this the break? I think it's safe to say this is the break. Yeah. I can't see a break and a push up. If it does that, surely this channel is got to be wider, isn't it? Which tells me I think this will come down some more. I really like to see somewhere. The first one's worked out. The two legs back have worked out where I expected them, within spitting distance. And this moved down now, so that'll give us the two legs. Leg, two legs up, leg down. And that'll get us somewhere in the area of a nice looking correction. And then hopefully then we may get some strong movement up, hopefully. Easier said than done. Okay, leg and a leg. Let's see where this takes us. I'm guessing this will take us close. Maybe not closer, maybe close to the lows, but I prefer to get a bit lower. We'll see. Okay, let's trigger this little bull bar and then come down. I'd like to have this second leg down and get down here somewhere. I'd like to see this trigger and come down. I'll tell you what, it's gone so slow. Where are we now? So we literally have done this. In the last half an hour. Just that. It's so damn slow, isn't it? It's got to come down this for me. Leg, two legs up, leg and a leg. At least the second leg. And then I'll consider, excuse me, big move up like that. Little break, new high. Doesn't often happen. And if that does push up and continue up now, I'd say there's more of a chance we've got a bigger channel, because it just doesn't do that anymore. Like a bull flag. From that move like that, I would expect more of that as a bull flag to push up. There's kind of a pole, isn't it? I would kind of expect more of that, which is kind of what I'm looking at. Leg down, a little bit of sideways, and then that push up. So hopefully, I think this thing looks like it's sucking longs to me. It looks like it's trapping longs. It kind of teases. I mean, I could be completely wrong. See, for me, we don't often have such a big channel to have such a small break and move straight up for a new high. It rarely happens. And if it does happen, for me, it's more likely this is part of the channel, which it certainly could. It could absolutely fit, no problem. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt that we've had a small break for now, but we have had a leg down there and a nice 2 legs up and a leg down. So what I'm looking for is another leg down, either one or broken into 2. This to me, it just doesn't often happen. Small break and then push straight up. Smaller the channel, the quicker the break and the quicker we move up. Tiny channel, sometimes you get that and that's it. But a wider one such as that, I would be surprised. But this thing looks like it's trapping longs. So if you'd have taken a long there, it triggered you. There may be longs there. There could be down here somewhere. But for me, this thing is going to come down. Well, that's what I see. Just, you know, this is my gut feeling from just sitting in front of these day by day. I could be completely wrong, but that 2 legs and this break sort of gave me half the move I was kind of expecting. There's half the move. I'd still like the second half of that move to get us down here, and then that would be, for me, if we get a nice correction. Because just based on what we've had the last week, yesterday was clearly a range day, 2 good pushes down, so big strong move up over a couple of days. I mean, a really nice big move up, nice correction, and then up again. Definitely Friday. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but a lot of times on a Friday when I finish and I come back late and we're up here, so I'd expect a big rally by the end of the day, especially how bullish it is. But for me, that I wouldn't want to get in until we get this second leg of this correction, unless the channel's slightly wider, and it certainly could be. It certainly fits. But just for now, I'm just gonna kind of follow the rest, because most guys I can see on Thomas Way's channels has that as a small break, but we'll see. It is going very slow as well, so it's that afternoon time, isn't it? It'll be traders out for lunch and what have you. No trading on Monday, by the way. It's Columbus Day, so I don't know, some traders may finish early, I suppose, or may have the day off extended. I'm just guessing. It's what I used to do if we had a bank holiday on a Monday. I'd often take the Friday off and just have a longer weekend. So, in fact, I may even get away for a weekend tomorrow or something. I might get away somewhere. So I want this to push down now, clear any liquidity down here, and then give us that second leg down. So if you did take that one for the push-up, you got stopped out. That one there, excuse me, if you took that one, I doubt you would, but you may do. That's now going to get stopped out. Excuse me, there it goes. Now, hopefully, we get this moved down, maybe a leg and a leg, and come down to this sort of area now, clearing out any liquidity here. Leg down, leg, 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 leg. Come on now. Once you get past here, you're open. You're out, are you? Yeah. Where'd you get in here or something? Did you, bud? What did you go long? Did you? Oh, you went long, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Yeah. See, the more you see these bigger charts, we rarely have a small break and push up like that. Obviously, the smaller the chart, small break here, and we do. The bigger the channel, and I see it all the time. So 5850. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is a leg up, leg correction. So yeah, it'd be interesting to look later to find out where price is. Let's have a little look. 55, yeah. You and me both, mate. That was 55 a couple of months ago. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, I'd expect something like that. So, in fact, that'd get us closer to that 5.9. In fact, we're not far away from that big 6,000, are we, really? Matt keeps saying they're not going to let this thing sell off up to the election. Election's still the best part of three odd weeks away, so we ain't a million miles away. If we can end up here, we're 100 points away from that magical 6,000 mark. So it'd be interesting to see where this. In fact, I'm going to leave my chart. I usually save it and then delete it, but in fact, I know where it's going to be. I know where to expect anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So this is so slow now. It's done that. Now where are we now? Sort of in 40 minutes. No, 50 minutes. Let me have a look. It is so slow, isn't it? 10-2. So here. There we go. Wrong one. Yeah. So we've done that in an hour. It's not much, is it? Once we get below this, after this, I dare say there'll be some stops there. Once we get below this, hopefully, we should move down a little bit quicker. Okay, so I was going to initially give that the benefit of the doubt that we haven't had a break, but now we've got this. It's got to be a break, really. This is definitely looking like a correction. Leg down, 2 legs up, leg down. I mean, we could have a smaller correction here. Push up. It's hard to say, really, but if we're going to have a smaller correction, I'd still at least like to get below there. Just place a buy order and let it ride. Yeah. It's hard to say. We've had a break and a new high, so we've got a leg down, 2 legs up. We could... So this thing here, we could go 1, 2, 3 triple tests. Leg down, 1 attempt, 2 attempt, 3 attempt. This thing could come down. It's hard to say at the moment, isn't it, really? This is a lot clearer than the NQ. This is definitely more ranging, really. Yeah, the NQ is definitely more rangy. Hope you're doing well. I'm okay, but I am, yeah. How are you doing, Chris? Let me put wedgie here. This is definitely just ranging, really, isn't it? The NQ. So channel down, 2 attempts. Yeah. This is obviously completely different. It's a lot more bullish. But hopefully we get a leg and a leg or somewhere close and then move on up. Or we could get 2 legs up, go sideways for a bit, as long as it's somewhere on the line of a correction. I'd like to trap some longs here, really. I know it sounds a bit nasty, but I just think it'll give us that little bit more momentum. You're long again, are you? Where you're long here somewhere? I hope you're right, bud. My gut is this thing's coming down, certainly below here. Channel down, 2 legs up, leg, 2 attempts to go higher, and then down. I hope I'm wrong for you there, mate. It's just nothing worth. I don't even like trading when it's this slow. So, leg down, 1 attempt, 2 attempts, 3 attempts. Now, if you get above this, it may go up. You may have a chance there. My concern is it's still going to come down. My NQ long is about to fail, is it? Let's have a look. This is very much a range day, isn't it? So channel down 2 attempts. Let's see. This could turn ESC, couldn't it? Unless there's a bigger channel up. Let's have a look. There could be, actually. It's not as clear as the ES, though. So channel down. We could have a couple of legs, and then we'll see. Oh, I just wish it'd do something. I'd rather it either go up or down. There's nothing worse than slow. Got 40 points. Good on you, mate. So where's you getting down? 20. So you got down here somewhere, did you? Ugh. Apparently that SPY or SPY, whatever you call it, runs very close to the NQ, I believe, doesn't it? You're playing the small range. IDC on the pullback. Exponential. How you doing, mate? I'm playing it as a smaller range. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I did say that if we don't get this full correction, we could go sideways and do something, and it's kind of lining up. You're right. So it's hard to say, really. It really is. Thing is, we've come in. If we go 1, 2, 3 and push out, kind of like a mirror image ish. What I'd like to do is trigger above and come down, and that will be a leg and a leg, and also 1, 2, 3 triple test, channel break, new high maybe. And if we can get below this area, that may give us that leg and a leg type of scenario. Okay, now as much as I think this is coming down, I just don't think I can bring myself to short it. You done all your Clay? Yeah, you have a good one, mate. Take it easy, buddy. Very tempting there. Okay, that's triggered. I want to see what happens here. That's not looking good. That's why I don't pick. That's why I don't take shorts in an uptrend. Mind you, it could be leg down, 2 legs up. That would get us up here and then down again. Let's have a look. That's what I mean. When it breaks, often it does a multitude of stuff before it goes where you think. So we could have something like that. And then down. That's what I mean. I expected a break and then higgledy-piggledy stuff before it eventually works up. See, at the moment, that's a break. 1, 2, 3 attempts to go higher. Usually 3 attempts can fail, which would cause it to come down, which would give us this second leg down, this correction. This is still looking okay for a correction. Leg down, 2 attempts to go up. Bounce, we came down, went 3 attempts to go higher, down for that second leg, which would get us around here then. Maybe a bit of messing around type stuff. Very tempting to get short there, very tempting. But I'm just sitting tight at the moment. I don't really want to short in an uptrend in case this I got this channel slightly different. I got no issues with letting this go. Okay, we triggered above that. Let's see if we get a lower high now. I'm quite surprised that did that. I thought that one would work. Not that it hasn't yet, but it's quite clearly 1, 2, 3 attempts to go higher and a bearish bar. Excuse me a sec. Sorry. Okay, lower high, not the most bearish of bars. And I'm not taking something like that on a Friday. It's hard at the moment. But we are going sideways. I certainly expected something rather than a break. It doesn't just break and push straight up to a new high when we have such a big move. So I kind of fully expected something. We had the leg down, 2 legs up. I think it'll push down below here. You know, but we'll see. 3 attempts to go higher. Possibly a sign of the bigger time frame. Yeah, I'm still expecting this to drop. If that had been a bit more bearish, I may have had a go at that. This one's certainly going to work, I think. But I'm just thinking if anybody took that. I mean, it is a triple test, and it did work. Can't see anybody that took it. Not that I'm aware of. But look at that. It's just dropped and shot back up. So would you have had your 3 points? I don't think you would have done. If you get in there, no, you wouldn't have done. Even if you'd have got in there, still would have had your 3 points. Trouble is, going for 3 points, there's a lot. There's not a massive amount of distance from top to bottom. Yeah, there's only 4 3/4 points. And if you're taking it a 1.5 in, 2 points in, you ain't got a lot left. But leg down, triple test. I still think little pullback and then down. Just wish it bloody speed up. So leg down, 2 legs up, leg down, 1, 2, 3 attempts higher, and then down some more. So I would say, based on what I'm seeing, we get that. Now that isn't going to take us down as far as I thought we might do, but even a correction like that would be enough. So once we get below here, it'll be a little bit freer to fall to come down then. Yes, someone in Thomas Wade's is saying triple test, second entry long. I would not be going long just here, personally. And if it does go long, it may trap you and come down. Okay, look at this. So I am still expecting this to come down. Let's get rid of that. That's just a bit messy. So I think that would have worked for 3 points. I was very tempted. It's quite clear, but I just don't want to take any risks. Okay, that would have worked for 3 points. Your 3 points would have been just above the bottom, so that worked perfect. If we can get below here, that'll give us a little bit more free reins. So that triple test, 1, 2, 3, would have worked. Once we get below here, it'll be a little bit freer. Leg and a leg. Come on. Okay, we're below there now, so hopefully we come down to here, maybe a little bit more. I don't even mind if we come down. I don't even mind if this second leg consists of something like that. Leg, 2 legs up, a leg down, 1, 2, 3, and then down. So I don't even mind something like that. I'd be quite happy with something like that. At least it gets down here, and then we can start thinking about looking for something to go long. I don't mind if it pulls back, because if it comes back bullish, it may trap some longs. Yeah. 10,000 tick chart has shown us a clearer picture of it. Push up, 2 attempts to go lower, and then up some more. So I don't mind getting a slightly bullish bar, because it then traps some longs. So I have got about 45 minutes of trading left. And I think I'll do the full 45 minutes, because I can actually see what's happening, and hopefully we can get in somewhere and get long on something. Speed up a bit. It's taken an hour and a half to do that. Well, I don't like that. Unbelievable, really. Okay, leg. Let's click this measured. Beautiful. Okay, so that's played out. Hopefully, bit of pullback and then down a little bit more. As long as we get an half decent correction, or at least a fair chunk of it, then at least it's correcting. And then we've got a good chance then of catching something on the way up, ideally as low as possible, really. If you get a really nice looking one with a beautiful bearish bar. I took one the other day like that. I traded the other day, a really lovely correction, a nice bullish bar. I took it, it worked beautifully. So if you can get them like that, it's just that right angle. Like that, too sharp, but like that, it's just something that looks nice about that angle. A couple of clear attempts. So hopefully, if we can get down a wee bit further, as close to this as we can, that will interest me to go long. So what would be nice in the meantime as well, get a little break out of here, test this underside, and then down again to this area. And then I think we've got an half decent chance of finding a trade moving in this direction. Here's our little break. Okay, we're below there now, so we ain't far away now. 3.5 points. And that's worked nice. I was hoping to get a bit of a clearer break really there. There we go. So we're getting very close now to our measured leg down. That may even be close enough. I'd like to have a little bit more of a break. Let me just make sure I got this nice and accurate and not too tight. So let's put that right at the top there. That's spot on. That's fine. That's fine. So that gets us literally within 0.5, 0.75. 0.5. A little bit more. As long as we get close to this, that's fine. So this thing has shifted a little bit. So beautiful. Okay, so maybe a small break there and that little drop. So that's nice, Alice. So there's our correction. Now that is a lovely looking correction. So if we can catch something on the way up and not get trapped for a retest, we may do all right out of this. Oh, Thomas Wade's just said, I'm going to take a break. That's the worst time to take a break, actually. Sit here all day and get nothing and wait and have a lovely correction like that. We're literally a tick or so off there. I mean, literally, there's nothing there, is there? So from there to there, one tick. That's good enough for me. Okay, excuse me for just a second. come on. That's lovely, that is. That's about as nice as a correction as you can get. Big move like that, leg and a leg. Now we want something to launch us into outer space up here. Not bothered about that extra tick, as long as we get something that looks solid to go along. If you can get into a really good, solid, long-looking trade, could do really well at that. And the good thing is, after that, surely there's going to be buyers in here, surely. But you've just got to be careful not to get in a bit too premature, get stopped out for it to rocket up. So, that 10,000 tick chart, how nice does that look? Yeah, we're still a tiny tad too short. Not that I think it'll make a difference. Just want to be careful we don't get a retest. Yeah. We get rid of that now. We know where we're going. Leg and a leg. And then up. Now this could be the first break of that, so we may come down and make a new low. Although I'm staying out of a short here at the moment. I'm waiting for longs, I think, just in case it doesn't. It may trap. It's only a first entry, so it may trigger yet and start to work up here, but I'm still awake. That's getting, I think everyone's focusing, aren't they? See, that is a tick or two away from that low, so there is a possibility this could come down. I looked at this on the 10,000 tick chart, and I'm thinking, is that a trade I would take? It's a little bit under that EMA, and we have got a little gap here just below that and that measured leg. So I personally would just want to wait at the moment. Sometimes if you get a bit impatient and getting a bit too early, it can come down and sting you. And this might be an example of it. So it is slow, isn't it? It's boring sometimes when it's like that, isn't it? Yeah, I'd rather think. It's like when I get into a trade, I'd rather either win it or lose it and get out of it. But yeah, it's short. So what I think, if we can clear this bit here and start to work up, hopefully it should attract more buyers. So I would say less sellers, more buyers, and I think that would give us some more momentum. You know, we had pretty good momentum up here, but you know, now we're having this. There's definitely going to be buyers in and around here. Once the thing starts to go, I think it'll be a bit quicker. I just hope it's not after 6 o'clock, because my God, an angel trader kicks in then. So I've got about 25 minutes, which I think will be enough time to hopefully get something. But that's fine. If it is, it is. That's my rule. No trades after 6 o'clock. 3.5 hours, I think, is enough for me. Whether that'll ever change in the future, you know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. You know, if I can get nice and consistent on that, I may decide to stay longer later on down the line. But I think just keeping that control, I think, stands me in good stead at the moment. Any of you guys, you got anything planned for the weekend, Karina? Nothing for me. I think we may go away because it's Columbus Day on Monday, so we may get away for the day somewhere. No. Okay. Recover from the week. The market's open. I keep meaning to go to Stratford, where what's it was from? Maybe Slogan, yeah, maybe. Stratford upon Avon. Stratford, I think of. Yeah. It's where, what's it was from? What's his name? I've gone blank. I've got a blank. Oh, Shakespeare, of course. It's all right. It's only about 60, 65, 70 miles from where I live, so Shakespeare, that's it, mate. Yeah, I just Googled it. I think I had a mental block, so we may take a trip there. I'm not sure what's the weather supposed to be like over the weekend. Did I speak to you about that, Tone? Did you see the Northern Lights last night? I got some brilliant pictures. It was amazing where I was. Really, I mean, super clear. It doesn't often get that clear. Yeah, the weather's not going to change. In fact, I may even go fishing actually tomorrow. 13 degrees. 13 degrees, yeah. I might do a little bit of fishing tomorrow actually. Get my rod out. Yeah, it's not too bad tomorrow. I really want this to break below there. So channel, clear break. I'd love it to break below there. Fill that little gap between those legs and then hopefully... I mean, we had it around our area about maybe 3-5 months ago. It was about 11 o'clock at night. I think me and my wife went to bed early for some reason. And then we woke up to loads of pictures. I've never seen it before, but I have mentioned to my wife I'd love to go. In fact, I used to have a friend. Well, I used to. I have a friend who is a photographer, and he works on. He's like a guide. He works on some of these where they have these sort of tours. These I'm having mental blocks today. These cruises where they have these cruises around Norway and the fjords and all that. And he's a guide how to take photographs of the Northern Lights. That's what he does as a job certain times of the year. So I've always wanted to go and see them. I've never seen them. You don't often see them in this country, but after last time, I downloaded an app called Aurora Watch, and I did have a little alert early last night, bright red, saying highly probable, and I was surprised when I stuck my head out the back door. There it was. I think there's somebody mentioned on Thomas Discord that there may be a repeat performance tonight. Whether it'll be the same or not, I don't know, but Aurora Watch. Yeah, last night. I think midnight was the highest. Yeah, but it has died off a little bit. Come on, do something now. Okay, so channel down. One attempt to go higher. Let's have a little bit more and then break below. I'd like to break below that because there may be a few traders jumping in earlier there after this other leg down. So I'd like to see that come down. If it comes below there, hopefully then it will fill that little gap by a tick or two. And then we can start. Everything's primed then for the move up. We'll have a nice correction plus a nice channel with a break and a new low. So that channel would have played out. This channel's played out, and we just need to sort this one out. Hopefully, that's doing exactly what I hoped it would do. Once it breaks below there, hopefully then a few more ticks and we'll touch that line. And then I'll be amazed if it hits that and rockets up. This is where you want to do an evaluation with with an end of day drawdown. Drop an order in here for a contract or two. Put your stop down here, and then put your take profit at your $3,000 mark. And I think you got a good chance of doing that then. So if you've got an here and went up there, so 22 points, not much I thought actually. So 10 points, $1,000, so it would have to be around about there for two contracts. Maybe a bit higher. Is that right? 25 points. So 20 points is $2,000. Yeah, it would have to be up here somewhere. But I think that is, yeah. I mean, if you went two contracts, put your order in there. Trouble is, if it goes up there, comes back down to there, your drawdown will smack you in the face. So so that would be a nice move actually for that. I think there's a good chance of making that as well. In fact, if I had a spare one at the moment, I'd be tempted to throw an order in there just for the fun of it, just to see if it works. Yeah, reset to $35. Okay, I've just reset one. See how quick it works. Okay, beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. Right to the tick and a couple of ticks below it, just for safe measure. So I'm going to move that over there a little bit. So channel, break, 1, 2 pushes down to a new low. Now let's see if we can get a move up. My luck, it'll just keep coming down. But no, that is an absolute beautiful correction. Exactly what I hoped for. Leg down, 2 legs up, leg down, 3 attempts to go higher, leg break, 2 pushes. Done, perfect measured move. Hopefully, if I get this evaluation come out, I'm going to set it on 2 contracts and just go long. See how, if you have any luck. Ah, beautiful. There it is. Okay, connection, disconnect, connect. Come on, yeah. Takes its time to connect. There we go.
Order
Sure,
submitted.
I just have the 1 come up. Yeah.
Order cancelled. Order
Okay, I'm just
filled.
going to buy the 1. See how we get on. Right, if it does continue out, I might just add to it.
Order filled.
I'll add 1 now. Okay, that's a good sign. Good strong move. I just hope we get something soon because I'm running out of trading time. I got 10 minutes to get into something. There's going to be liquidity there for sure.
Order filled.
This one here, bud. This one here. Leg and a leg. I just want to take a little bit out of it. It's just that reset. What's it? I'd like to capture something to about here, maybe get $800, and then if it comes down again, get in again for maybe one contract and add to it. I can trade this later. Where are you entering? Leg and a leg, that bar there. This is only just one evaluation account. This is, yeah, it's only an evaluation. It's just the reset. You can see at the apex, so it's just the reset. So we had those legs, and I just jumped in. I just thought, you know, I don't mind taking a bit of a risk on here. It's only one $35 one. If we can get a small move there, that would get me up. Where are we? I don't know what it is, something or other. $900. We had news today earlier for a masterclass. Shit, it's just such a nice correction that I think we should at least get to there on that first move. So, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but it's $35, so it's about 25 English pounds. So, I'm okay with taking a punt on here. Well, look at that. Look, it's changed already. So I'm just running out of time on the other one. See, so we'll see. We'll see what happens anyway. Yeah, look. I thought we may get a retest. That's fine. What time is it now anyway? Yeah, I've only got another 5 minutes. I'm certainly not rushing into a trade on here now. What time is it now? Okay, we've got about 5 minutes, so I won't be taking a trade on here now. I'm just going to let that trade run up. So I am done for the week. So if you're carrying on trading, folks, best of luck. But I've got about 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes to take a trade, and I'm not jumping in randomly here. As much as I think there's a good chance it's going to come over. You know, usually, sometimes if there's buyers off here, often it'll trigger them, stop them out, and then push up. But we'll see. So not a terrible week for me. I think I'm up 3-6. I'm up about $600 on 3 accounts and about $900 on the other 2. So I like to be $500 per week up per account. Anything on top of that's a bonus, and that gets me an average of $2,000. So that's a comfortable amount. I'm more than happy with that. So have a great weekend. Remember, it's Columbus Day on Monday, so no trading Monday. I have tried trading those days. Usually markets are open till about 1:30 Eastern time, but it's like watching paint dry, and there's nothing worse than trading in a slow market. Your patience goes, you lose confidence in your trades, and I hate them, to be honest with you. So so it'll be Tuesday. So I'm just going to let this trade run and see if I can't get up to here. And if I hit this, then I'm just going to take a contract or two and try for a bigger move up somewhere. I just wanted to get up to $1,000 or close to it on a move. We'll see, and I'm just going to let it run. So there you go. So look, folks, have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll be back on Monday, and hopefully we have a nice week. It's been a nice, productive week. I'm pleased with it. So have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye for now.